In today's gospel, St. Peter asked Jesus, "How many times must we forgive someone who sins against us? 7 times maximum?" And Jesus said, "No, 77 times." And what he meant by that is we must continue to forgive people and that there is no limit on forgiveness. And that can pose quite a challenge for many people because, based on our human experience, when someone hurts us or wrongs us, it can be very difficult for us to forgive them. When someone hurts us, should we hold a grudge and refuse to forgive them? Jesus' answer would be to forgive them. And why does he emphasize forgiveness? Well, I'd like to tell you a true story, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this before, but I'd like to tell you again. It's a true story that happened about 15 or 20 years ago when I was at Gallaudet University. There were 2 students that were murdered, and nobody knew who the murderer was. And I happened to be in town at the time of the memorial service for the second student, and it was being hosted in the gym at Gallaudet University, and they had various speakers speaking at the service. One that stood out the most to me and was the most powerful was the sister of the second student that was murdered. When she got up to speak, it was evident that she was still very angry and grieving over what happened to her brother. And at that time, they didn't know who the murderer was. And she said that she was so very angry and hurt. And then I realized that that really needed to stop, because if she wasn't able to forgive the person, then she was basically helping Satan win the battle. And if we can stop Satan from winning the battle and make him lose, then we must forgive. So that kind of stuck with me about Jesus' teachings on forgiveness. So if you're holding a grudge against somebody and stewing about it and not forgiving them, then basically Satan is smiling and you are helping him win. Holding on to all of that can really wreck us emotionally and also be contagious and spread to other people as well. And when we look around the world now, we can see so many problems, and it's probably because most people don't know how to forgive. But if we all followed Jesus' teachings of forgiving people right away, then I am sure that this world would be a much better place and a lot of these problems would be solved. It's not easy, I know. When someone hurts us terribly, it's very difficult to forgive them. But what's important is that if we face that situation and we can't forgive them, then we need to pray and ask for God's help in forgiving them. And I promise God will help you find the strength to forgive them so that you will be free of all that anguish and you'll be free like a bird. Thank you, and may God bless you.